Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rain, and this is a video that I honestly thought I would never be making. Those of you that know me may not know this, but I've actually been making videos on YouTube for the best part of 10 years on or off now, and most of my early videos are unfortunately lost after my channel was hacked back in 2008 by someone I thought I could consider a friend. I was wrong. People often ask me, of the videos I lost, which was my favourite game to Let's Play? Was it Donkey Kong Country 3? Was it Donkey Kong Country 2? Was it Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? Well, no my friends, it was in fact a game better than all those combined. It's the one, the only, people are getting excited because they can recognise what it is. It's Kid Chameleon for the Sega Genesis, of course. Released in 1992 and is an absolute all-time classic. In fact, one of the best games I've ever Let's Played. And I'm very excited to be bringing it back for this special... Well, it's not quite my 10th anniversary, but it may as well be. So, I'm going to show you why this game is just so good. Now, my initial Let's Play of this was not so good because I was young and naive and inexperienced, but I'm now older and still naive and still kind of inexperienced. You get the point. I think I've been around the block enough now to know how to do a pretty decent Let's Play. He says, not trying to sound egotistical in the slightest. So for those of you new to the game then, as you can see, Kid Chameleon is a 2D platformer. But it's not your father's 2D platformer. It's a 2D platformer with a difference. And here is the difference. You can collect power-ups changing to different characters. Utterly groundbreaking, never been done before in video games. Quite how this classic gem of a title is not known by more people is a travesty. But I'm going to do my best to try and create that travesty right here. Now, the problem with the knight is he climbs walls. Unfortunately, if you jump on the blocks, you go straight through them, which can be annoying. I say unfortunate though, but that's not like a glitch or anything. That's not an intended part of the game, and we should respect the developer's wishes. I mean, a game developer has every right to put whatever they want in their game, and we as consumers have no reason to argue or no cause to argue. Quite a short first level, but it's just getting you used to the game. If you don't take any hits throughout the level, you get a bonus. If you complete it in a quick time, you also get a bonus. And I think you get points as well for collecting the gems and other items. And let's change into the samurai, who now has a sword, like all other samurai. Now, hitting these invisible blocks here opens up a pathway to really breeze through this second level. As you see over to the right here, that wall. You can now jump through that wall, providing you've broken through enough of it, and that just takes you straight to the end of the second level. However, this would not be a proper Let's Play if I took that skip, so I'm going to go down this rabbit hole instead and show you just what Kid Chameleon really has to offer. In the form of these really cool enemies that look like a combination between a rock, a tank, and a gorilla. That's just... how groundbreaking. How on earth did Sega lose the console war? The Dreamcast. That's an absolute travesty. You also collect these clocks to get more time, but the time limit is very, very generous. You don't really need the clocks at all. I'm just showing it off so you know it's there, because you know that is the job of a Let's Player. And the gems have a double purpose. I think they're used for score, but also if you collect 20 of them or more, you'll hear a little noise, and you can then press the jump button. Sorry, no, the run button, which is A on my controller setup, combined with the start button, and you will do something special. You get like a shield or a screen clearing attack. You don't really need it because the game is very fair and balanced, but it's just nice to have that option there, I guess. Let's get rid of these rock tanks just because I feel like it, because I'm a bit of an asshole in that regard. And more gems. You may have heard that click. That means that the special attack is activated. Now, the first time I played for this, I forgot that was there. That won't happen this time. Don't worry about that. Oh dear. I forgot that drill was there. Well, that's okay. I did that on purpose to show you the drill was there, just to, you know... Now, here's something really neat. That flag over there on the right takes you to the first boss of the game. However, if you stand on this top block here above it, press down and right, hold down and right, and hold B and C at the same time, you get an extra load of points, and that will give you, as well, an extra life. Now, it doesn't take you anywhere special. It still takes you to the first boss. But, you know, more points and extra lives is always a good thing. So here we are in the stage plethora, and here is the first boss, Heady Metal. He looks kind of intimidating. In fact, he looks ugly as sin. But he's not too difficult if you know how to handle him. First thing we want to do over here is spin over to the right, collect this clock just to give you a bit more time. I mean, again, you don't really need it because the time limit is nice and fair and balanced. But you might not be as good at this game as I am, so yeah, by all means get it. Don't embarrass yourself. So here is Heavy Metal, whose main form of attack is spawning these little heads to shoot projectiles at you. But if you're spinning with a tornado power-up, most of the shots won't actually hurt you. I must say though, Heavy Metal is a very ugly looking boss, isn't he? And you'll know you're doing damage to him by the way you jump on his bonds, because his eyes start bugging out, which quite honestly is all gross and disgusting. But we won't hold that against Sega, because they had a very particular artistic vision, and they wanted to stick to it, and I applaud them for that. I applaud them for sticking to their guns. Two main developers just don't do that. They pander to their audience, and I don't know, they say, oh, we don't like that, why don't you take that out and put this in? And they go, okay, those are not developers I can particularly respect. Also, that was meant to happen. I was meant to do that. That was to show that you're not invincible using the tornado power-up, and because I want to beat him with my favourite power-up in the game, the Fly. The Fly is great. You can jump on the walls and stick to the walls, and we've already killed the first boss because we just get stuck in this niche and bounce on his head until he's all gone. His eyeballs disintegrate, which is kind of gross, but I've already said that. Get rid of all the little heads, and he splits into 3 different pieces and gives this haunting laugh, which is not irritating in the slightest. Slide down here to the flag, and that's the end of the first 3 levels, including a boss fight. Not bad at all. I think actually we're gonna leave it there. I mean, you might think, well, that's a bit strange to leave it there. Well, there's a reason for it, because once you beat the first boss of the game, you get a cutscene. You get a cutscene every time you beat the boss in Kid Chameleon. This one, the boss's head just explodes. You know, simple but effective, and we freed a bunch of kids in that section of the arcade, because that's the whole plot of the game. If you were paying attention when I showed you the plot of the game, if you weren't paying attention, then it's okay. I won't hold that against you. Now, the strange thing is that for some reason, every time you beat a stage boss, they show you the credits, and even worse, you can't just skip the credits. I mean, no matter which button you press, any combination of them, you can't even hold Start, Select, A, B, and C. You just can't skip it. So I'm not going to point out that these people look ridiculous in their sprite work, because that would be unfair. And we've got a whole video series ahead to do that, so yeah. I am actually going to end it here. I know it seems a bit short, but it seems alright to me. 2 stages and a boss. I don't want to burn you out or anything like that. So that's been video 1 of Let's Play Kid Chameleon then, and join me next time for video 2, where we tackle more of this amazing game. Until then, I've been Rainiac, and I'll see you all later. If you sat through the whole of this video just to see if there's anything special at the end, then I admire you for your dedication. Happy April Fool's Day. Oh, and in case you're wondering if I'll ever do a real Let's Play of Chameleon, hell no I won't, this game is absolutely terrible.